Describe a piece of technology that you feel difficult to use.
All right, I want to talk about the computer. Okay, so when I was growing up, we had no computers, we had no cell phones, so I did not know technology that well. So computers did not come out till I was 29 years old. So to me, while it was kind of exciting to get on the computer and look things up, and it was great, when I have difficulty with the computer, I start crying because I get so frustrated because I like to be knowledgeable about things, but for me to learn on a computer, sometimes it's very difficult. So, and my children, I'll ask them for help and they get angry. They're like, go take a class, why don't you know? Well, I mean, children nowadays, like my nephew is 5 years old, they gave him a computer, a laptop to take home from school. Why are you taking a laptop at 5 years old from school? That's ludicrous to me. That's crazy. So, so kids are learning more and more about technology and computers, and to me, it can be dangerous. For example, I had to write a 16-page paper this weekend because for my degree for school, and I'm writing it. I'm like, oh, this is going really well. Everything's going great. Then all of a sudden, all my references were wiped out, and half of my report that I did was gone. And I was in the library at this time, and I started crying really hard. You would have thought that a family member died. That's how hard I was crying because no one could help me. And I would ask the people in the library, and they're like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, where is a young person at? Because they could help me. So I left because I was crying so hard. It was really bad. I didn't even care. I'm like, are you embarrassed? I'm like, you know what? I don't care at this point. I'm very upset that I lost half my paper that's due today. So when I came home, I started Googling how to retrieve, lost files or whatever. So that really wasn't helping me too much because I didn't understand. So I just started clicking on the buttons on, I don't even know what it's called, little icons on top. And I clicked on one, and then it magically appeared. Meanwhile, I'm sure if someone said, oh yeah, you can just, as long as you have, I was using Google Docs, as long as you see the icon up in the corner, which I did not see, but I just happened to click on things and it appeared. And I was thanking God over and over again. I was like, oh, thank you so much, because I don't know what I would do, and I don't want to do this all over again. So I was very thankful that I found it by accident, but there was no one I could call or ask to help me. So, technology can be a struggle for me. When I'm doing it well, yeah, it's great. But then when I run into a problem for me, that's probably simple for somebody else, that's very frustrating for me.
Thank you.
That's